You got a cigarette?
No, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I just don't smoke.
No, I mean, why are you in an ER at 5 o'clock on a Sunday morning?
A lot going on in my mind lately.
What's good, Rangers? It's your boy Rain, and today we're going to be watching, reacting, and reviewing the 2010 film It's Kind of a Funny Story. Today we actually have the honor in having Jessica pull up and watch this movie with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessica.
Jessica, you haven't seen this movie before, right?
No, but you showed me the cover art and I recognized the main actor from Atypical on Netflix, and I really like that show, so I'm excited.
So I actually never seen Atypical before. As you guys know, I'm more of a movie person, so I don't really watch shows. But my history with this movie starts off with the book that I read in 2013. It was the summer after my 8th grade year going to high school. The high school I was going to, the English 9 course required us to read this book. And I actually thought the reason we were reading the book was because like on day 1 of class, they'd ask us to talk about it. But it seemed more of like a transitioning book where it wasn't for us to talk about, it was more so for us to absorb for our own personal lives. So I thought that was pretty strange, but it kind of makes sense knowing the contents of the book. So I actually really enjoyed the book, and I'm glad they had us read it. A few years later, I found out it was made into a film, and me being the movie guy that I am, I had to slide on that movie. But now, we're going to be watching this, for me, for the first time in a long time, for Jessica, the first time ever. And so before we begin, if you love movies as much as I do, or if you just get energized from watching people react to movies like I do, or if you just want to show your support, I highly recommend you check out my channel, because as of right now, I have over 400 movies in mind that I'm ready to react to, and with your help, I could prioritize which ones I bring to you. Secondly, feel free to check out my Patreon link down below where you can see my full reaction. More to discuss at the end, but for now, let's lay back, kick our feet up, maybe get some popcorn, and let's jump right into it.
It starts on a bridge.
And this is based in New York. I don't know if I said that to you before.
No, but it looks like New York.
I don't remember the last time I rode a bike.
I just learned last year. I only did it for like 5 minutes of my whole life.
What made you so late at riding a bike?
Nobody taught me.
So what made you finally take the initiative to learn yourself?
UConn. They had a learn how to ride a bike like session.
This dude is wildin'.
Craig! What were you planning to do about your bike, hun?
I don't care about my bike. I'm killing myself.
But we spent a lot of money on the bike, sport. We only ask that you take care of it.
Think of me, Craig. I might want that bike when I grow up.
I'm sorry.
This is the moment where I usually wake up in a sweaty panic. But for some reason, this time was different.
What a way to start a movie, right?
Oh no, dang.
I want to kill myself. Fill this out. So.
I like how this is not funny. Obviously, like suicide's not funny, but like the way he approached that was just so crazy.
I don't know, not what's the word? Not blurt. No, blunt with it. He was so blunt with it.
Like it just caught me off guard, so I had to chuckle a little bit. But
yeah, and the girl didn't even react. She had like a little smirk on her face, giving him that clipboard. like
what? And it's funny too, because he said he wants to kill himself, and she gives him paperwork to fill out.
Yeah, not even like a conversation or something.
There's like no urgency.
No, I mean, why are you in an ER at 5 o'clock on a Sunday morning?
I guess there's just been a lot going on in my mind lately.
Go ahead.
His eyes are really dark.
Mm-hmm.
They look black.
See, there's this girl
Yeah, gotcha.
in this summer school application that I'm really nervous about.
Summer school.
Yeah, it's like this super prestigious kind of...
Why would you want to be in school in the summer? You should be on Coney Island bird dogging chicks.
Are you a doctor?
What do you think? Well, I hope they fix whatever's wrong with you.
Thank you.
That's a way to put it. Fix whatever's wrong with you.
I hope he's not working right now. He seems a little lit.
Sometimes I wish I had an easy answer for why I'm depressed. That my father beat me, or I was sexually abused. But my problems are less dramatic than that. Like, my dad always asked the wrong questions.
So, Craig, how's the intro to Wall Street class?
Oh no.
That was way too like.
Oh no.
We didn't need to see that.
And I'm obsessed with this girl. Who happens to be going out with my best friend. So, is there any one thing that made me want to jump off a bridge? No. Nothing unusual.
Well, Craig, it doesn't seem like you're a danger to yourself, so what I'm going to suggest is that we contact your parents, let them know what's going on, and then we refer you to one of our outpatient services, okay?
But I need help now.
I know, you're upset.
I'm scared, okay? And I can't go back out there. I don't know what... I might do something. So I just need some help, please. I just need you to help me.
I'm glad that he at least admitted him, because I was about to be really mad at that scene. I was about to be really angry.
It's crazy too, because like I wanted to like watch the whole scene. So like there was parts I wanted to pause, and I was like, you know what, let me just write it out. But like, imagine if, what's his name, Craig, the main character, imagine if he didn't go into as much detail explaining why he needs to be admitted. Imagine if he just took whatever the doctor said and just went with it, like not expressing himself. He would have just been out in the street feeling everything he felt, and probably would have done something that you can't reverse. Like
Exactly, and that's just like frustrating that a doctor who's supposed to save lives literally has someone in front of him saying they want to take their life, and they're like, "Oh no, you're fine."
Yeah, he's like,
"You're not in danger." He's literally a danger to his own self because of his mind. Like, he needs help.
like you need help, but not as much help as other people. Like
Yeah.
comparing that is actually crazy too. Like,
Yeah, and connecting him maybe to the right resources instead of being like, "Oh no, you're good." Like, figure it out.
do you think the real world's like this?
I feel like, honestly, like, yeah, a little bit. Doctors, like, they just do what they got to do to get their patients, get their money, push them in, push them out. But, like, a lot of them aren't really there to, like, actually help people.
Yeah, I feel like for me, like, I feel like the world's too big to not have situations like this. And that's just, that's how I put it into perspective. Like, I hope most doctors aren't like this, but I'd be surprised.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I just can't imagine not taking that seriously. Like, I had an incident recently with one of the kids I work with where they, like, said something, like, similar to that. And immediately I was like, I need to tell everyone, I need to find the right resources, I need to find the help for him, because, like, you can't take that lightly.
You can't.
Wow.
And also, that's why you guys got to vouch for yourself. Whenever possible, don't let people dictate where your life goes.
Facts.
You got to speak up for yourself whenever possible.
Welcome to 3 North, Craig.
What exactly is 3 North?
Our adult psychiatric floor.
Oh, but, I'm only 16.
Our teen floor is undergoing some renovation, so all teens are here with the adults. In the meantime, we'll contact your family, and they can bring over a change of clothes, toothbrush, that kind of thing.
Why? Don't think I'll be here that long. I have school tomorrow.
I find it interesting how, like, he vouched for himself so much to, like, get the help he needs. But at an instant, he still was like, well, it's going to be temporary. Like, I'm just here for, like, the day, like, the night.
Yeah, and talking about school tomorrow.
Like,
I don't know.
That's very interesting. Seems kind of, like, opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket knife, keys, and your belt and shoelaces.
My shoelaces?
We can't take any chances.
Imagine what they've seen with shoelaces that...
I know that they need to get that.
Dr. Minerva.
Hey, Smitty.
This is our new patient, Craig Gilner.
My girl.
Is there a place here for people more like me?
We got all kinds of patients here, man. All kinds. Hey, Bobby.
This is the shower. Doesn't have a lock, so when you go in, put it on in use. Get it?
I got it.
But you got it, but nobody else does, so they'll walk in on you when you're scrubbing your balls. You don't want that.
Hey, yo.
In that room? That's why they call it that.
He like what he see. I don't know how I feel that those beds look like the one at UConn.
Ah!
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's problematic. They really do, though. That's crazy. Oh, hell no, I could.
Dr. Minerva, I'm feeling much better now. I was feeling bad this morning, but I'm okay now. So, I'd like to go home if that's cool.
This is interesting to me because it's like you see how passionate he was about getting help earlier, and now he's seeing people that he, I guess, feels are worse than him, or just like different than him, and so now like he's like proportionalizing it, or just like seeing how messed up other people are, and it's like, wait, I'm not that messed up. Maybe I don't need help or something. Like it's interesting seeing him like balance that, or I guess not balance is the wrong word, but go through that like realization.
Yeah, I feel like he just needed to like probably talk to somebody, and now he's seeing these other people with like issues he sees as more severe and not as like, I don't know, time sensitive.
Yeah.
So he's like scared now, but.
And I also feel like this might be a room for him to grow, because as of now, from my perspective, it seems like he's judging these people negatively, and so it's not, to an extent, it's more so like all these people need help. Maybe let me prioritize them by leaving, but more so it seems like to me that he's like, I don't want to be lumped up with this group of people.
Yeah, I feel like he's probably gonna learn like everybody's a little crazy, but like everybody also like has their things.
Yeah, and I feel like right now he might think he's better than them, but let's see like how we progress.
I thought you guys could do something quick, you know, like give me some medication to make me feel better, or
he wanted some weed.
Facts.
Committed. I really don't think I belong here.
A lot of patients feel that way at first. Just give it a little time.
I can't be here until Thursday because I'll miss school and my friends might find out where I am.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, Craig. Depression is a medical illness. If you were diabetic, would you be embarrassed by that?
That's a good point.
Thanks.
Also, briefly going back to that last scene, what does that mean to you that he's going through so much mental issues and he still feels like he can't miss school? But that says something to me. Like, that resonated with me for a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like he's still, that to me shows that he still kind of like understands like the future and his place in it.
Yeah.
But like just deep down he is just like hurting because of like all the things where he feels like he's dealing with issues that he doesn't see other people dealing with. So he's like, I don't even want to go through it anymore because like everyone else is figuring it out, but for some reason I can't. But I feel like he like deep down does kind of understand like, no, like there is just like something that needs to happen for me to be able to be on the same page as everybody else.
I didn't even think about that either. That's a great point. Because like to me, I'm thinking like he's just like so stressed and like his mental health is waning due to like, for example, like school, that he can't even like take a step away from school because by taking a step away, it only adds more. And so that's like what resonates with me, because like even like with PTO, if you take PTO at your job, the work is gonna stay there for you to do when you get back. So it's like, do you just not take PTO and slowly chip away at everything, or do you take PTO and then get bombarded with a lot of work when you get back?
To catch up, yeah.
So like, I'm wondering if that's what he's thinking about too, because like to your point about realizing the future and his place in it, like if he's not going to school, his grades might slip.
He's worried about that stuff, because if someone is like truly suicidal, like they're like, oh no, like I'm not even gonna be back at school, so why do I care about my grades? Like why do I care about that? Like they just stop caring about like everything that they once cared about. So to me it seems like he does just kind of need like someone to show a little like attention to him.
Yeah, like an outlet.
Yeah, he needs an outlet.
And it's crazy too, because like in a sense it makes it worse too that he's thinking like that, because he's in there for whatever reason, and then realizing that he's gonna be trapped there, not trapped's probably a bad word, but that he's gonna stay there longer than he anticipated, being removed from his friends, having that stigma associated with him now, and being stressed with falling behind in school, it's probably gonna make his mental health even worse.
Yeah, unless he gets the help in these 5 days.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Time will tell.
I don't think you really understand, okay? Some of the people in here are really messed up. I don't think my roommates left the room in weeks.
I think we better leave it up to the doctor's discretion, you know? We've tried, and they're professionals. They can help you in ways that we can't.
I feel like that's hard too, because like you hear someone and you want the best for them, but you can't truly sympathize or empathize with them because you don't know what it feels like. So it's like you're sure they believe what they believe, but you also can go, as someone not being directly involved, you feel like you need to go by the book or just be extremely cautious because you understand the gravity and like the situation.
Yeah, and that to me shows me like she's seen signs of him, like because he was like, oh, they're like more messed up than me, but then she's kind of like, no, you're kind of messed up too, like you kind of need this help, we've noticed it, so like stay here, see what the professionals think, and then we'll get into it. So it seems like she knows.
Yeah, it seems like she's handling it well so far too, because she's like supporting him and knows that like even though he wants to leave, that she sees the bigger picture in him staying there and why it's important to follow the doctor's lead.
Yeah,
but it's just hard too, just knowing that like your son is like adamant on leaving and think he doesn't need it. It's like you want to support him and not have him resent you, but you also know like or at least hope.
And
by
also
the end
make
of the
him
day.
not scared because he's like scared right now.
Yeah, he's
I'm
terrified.
kind of scared of the dad's reaction because he hasn't even like really looked at him or said anything, and like your kid wants to kill himself, so like show him some love.
Yeah.
And I think it looks like a real nice place. Right, George?
Don't lie to him.
Yeah. When can I join?
No way he said that.
Me too. Can I stay too?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, honey, but we'll come and visit.
He said, I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
I get locked up, they won't let me out. You got a girlfriend?
He's working on it.
They got some cute ones your age.
I had a lot of women in my day, kid.
Yeah?
You don't have to ask so surprised. Back in the day, I was Sir Lick a lot.
What did he say?
Ask Bobby. You want to know the secret? It's keeping any woman under your spell.
You lie to them. Oh.
That's crazy.
Don't mess with the kid's mind. He's already screwed up enough as it is.
Why you so screwed up, kid?
Mind your own business, Humble.
That's cool. But you should know, Craig, if you don't open up, you're never gonna heal.
Come on, bro.
Not again.
They don't need to show this. I
Not
promise you they
again.
don't. Not in front of the Johns. Oh. He gonna throw up again just from the embarrassment.
You've been feeling more stressed than usual lately? Any reason in particular?
Yeah, there's this Franklin Gates summer semester thing that my dad, that I really want to get into.
Call himself.
I knew his dad was gonna be the problem.
Every time I think about it, my brain starts this cycling thing about not getting in.
What would happen if you didn't get in?
Then I wouldn't be able to put it on my college applications, which means I wouldn't get into a good college. Adam Smith could have foreseen the inequities of modern capitalism. If I didn't get into a good college, I wouldn't have a good job. Diffusing the situation in Iran through unilateral diplomacy is my top priority as Commander-in-Chief. Which means I wouldn't be able to afford a good lifestyle. Hey, MTV, it's your boy Craig Gilner. Welcome to my crib. So I wouldn't be able to find a girlfriend. Which means I'd probably get depressed. And I'd end up like Mutada in a place like this for the rest of my life. So, what would happen if I didn't get in?
He's all sweating too. That's going back to what we were saying earlier about like he's very like focused on the future and what it holds for him. And so like him being there, he's realizing that he's falling behind on like school, for example, and that has like a cyclical situation, like a domino effect of like if he doesn't go to school, if he misses this week, what's gonna happen then? Like he's not gonna have this, he's not gonna have that.
Yeah, it sounds like he has like a lot of pressure on him, and he's very stressed that like he won't do everything right.
And it sounds like he caught himself too when she said something about the program. He said his dad, and he said he immediately went to himself. Like he's like still thinking enough that like, hey, I can't flip it. I have to flip it back on myself, so I don't throw anyone under the bus.
I think it's because like his dad's expectations are probably so heavy on him, but he's trying to convince himself it's his expectations. Because before he was like, oh, I want to be in the school program, like whatever. But him saying his dad now, like I feel like it's him just like slipping the truth. In psych, it's called a Freudian slip. That's what he just did. I think it's him slipping the truth because seeing his like relationship with his dad, like it seems like his dad is not very supportive of him. It's probably very hard on him. Like we haven't seen them interact much, but I think their relationship is probably not good. So that's what I took from that.
So like for me, like I perceive that as being like his dad wants that from him, and so he like let that truth go, and then realized like, oh, I'm throwing my dad under the bus. Let me put it on me. Is that what you're saying, or is that something different?
No,
different?
I'm saying like, not that he doesn't want to put it on his dad, but I think that he doesn't really, like, I don't know. I think that he's just putting a lot of pressure on him to live up to his dad's expectations, but he's trying to like in his own brain just frame it as like, no, like I want this for myself because my dad knows, like,
yeah,
or like, you know,
what is that called? You said it in psych.
Freudian slip. It's when you say something that you like really mean, but like you didn't mean to like tell that truth. So him saying like, oh, my dad wants me to, and then being like, oops, I want to. The dad part was a Freudian slip because that's what he really means, but he covered it with like what he wants other people to think he means.
Interesting. You get bag now.
Yes. This is really interesting, especially like my psych mind is just like,
You majored in psych at UConn?
Psych and sociology.
Psych and sociology right here.
Double major.
Perfect person to be watching this with.
It's Monday. I shouldn't be waking up next to some depressive middle-aged Egyptian dude. I shouldn't be showering on a co-ed floor in a stall without a lock. I shouldn't be lining up for meds behind schizophrenics and sociopaths. It's Monday.
Yeah, he's like judging him.
Mm-hmm.
But the most competitive of all New York City public schools is this one. Executive Pre-Professional. My school. You'll be accepted as long as you're one of the 800 smartest and most accomplished students in the 5 boroughs.
It's interesting too, like how they said they have so many specialized schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you know that young what you want to do?
That's so true. I think of that all the time. Even college, I felt like I didn't even know what I wanted yet. But
Like I went to information technology high school, and within that high school, within that campus, there's 3 different types of high schools. There was IT, there was zoology and biotechnology, aerospace, hydrospace. And like even when I was in IT, because I thought I was interested in IT as like a secondary skill, I was like, I feel like I should be in zoology right now because I want to be a doctor. And so like just eventually I decided to stay in IT because I like the courses, but it was very scary to me to feel like I was in a school that specializes in something, in the sense of like, if I'm in this school to specialize in something and I don't want to do that, did I just waste my time?
Yeah.
And so for all these kids to be in what it seems like in a school even more intensive than when I've been in, like more like the theatrical
more
one.
specialized, yeah.
Like what happens if you don't want to do that anymore? Like do you just
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a waste, but it is like, I don't know, very early. You're like 13 choosing what you want to like do for the rest of your life. Like you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself at that age.
Yeah. I'm sure like if it works out even better, but it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah.
There must have been a serious clerical error because somehow I got in.
Me too.
You too.
You too?
I thought they were gonna start making out.
Punched by Nia for the first time. There were many more of those, followed by hand-holding, kissing, and eventually, sex. I don't like to picture that one.
Sorry, King.
Bendito.
I can loan you a shirt.
Okay, I'll take it as long as you get off my back.
Do you want the shirt, Bobby?
I would like the shirt.
Craig? Is it okay if it has yellow armpit stains?
Why the hell would you loan someone kind of shit like that?
Sorry, it's a dumb joke.
Oh, okay, that was a joke. I'm making her laugh though.
I know she liked that.
I find it interesting how like to me watching that scene, it kind of reminds me of like advice, in a sense of like you have a friend group, you give advice to your friend group, and it's really good advice. Like all those people in there need help, but they were giving really good advice as if they were normal. But when it comes to yourself, like even Bobby, like he was giving good advice the whole time. Now that he's going through something, he's not taking his own advice, or he's struggling to like receive advice. So like for me, like it makes me resonate with my friend group where like we are always giving each other really good advice when we're not directly involved, but when we're directly involved, we kind of like just forget everything.
That's like everybody. Nobody knows how to take their own advice that they would give other people. Nobody likes. It's hard for a lot of people to accept help and like ask for help. So he's like I'm saying, like everybody's a little crazy. Like everything that they are going through, I feel like even if we're not to that level, it's like relatable kind of stuff, you know.
This is all normal.
Ooh.
She gave him a look back too.
She said that was on purpose.
Hello.
Maybe I should start loaning people shirts with yellow armpit stains.
If it makes you feel any better, I see a therapist.
Really?
For like over a year now.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
So you're nodding your head.
No, because that makes me happy to see that she's seeing a therapist, and I feel like, again, it's just that message of like everybody goes through this stuff, like everybody like has these issues, and especially at that age, like all teenagers are just like, life is so much, I don't know what to do, everybody else is doing it better than me, everybody else fits in, I'm weird. Like I feel like so many teenagers have that. So like her saying she also feels that way, and her saying she also like got help, I feel like it's good for her to hear and for other people to hear, like, oh, people, I don't know, feel that way and see therapists, and that's like normal.
Yeah. I feel like just it all starts with honesty and being transparent and having strong communication, because like she didn't have to tell him all that, and she did, and so now he's probably gonna feel a lot better about it. So it's about like honesty with other people, but even honesty with himself. Like he's telling her that he's at home still. Like I'm sure he's gonna open up to that and eventually figure all that out.
Because he's embarrassed, just like she was to say that she goes to a therapist. But that's what I'm saying. Like nobody should be embarrassed because we all go through it. So it's just like we just need to be honest about it, and then you'll feel less bad about being the only one, because literally no one's the only one.
I take Zoloft.
Shut up.
I do.
God, we're like so screwed up.
Yeah, we're like partners in mental illness.
Okay, so check it out. We're gonna play a different game today. I ask you a question, and you ask me a question.
Do we answer them?
It's up to you. But no matter what, you have to finish with a question. Here we go. You ready?
I would love a game like this, honestly.
Like 21 questions, I think?
Yeah.
I said finish with a question.
What'd you say?
Like 21 questions?
See? I always was told it's 21 questions, and the older I get, the more references I see to 20 questions.
20?
What the hell is 20 questions? I thought it was 21.
They making something up because
Like-
it's been 21 questions.
Like the 50 Cent song. Like I think if you go to the
Yeah.
Apple game, I think it's called 20 questions.
The 50 Cent song?
No, the app. Like if you know how you open up Game Pigeon on Apple, I think it's called
Oh.
20 questions.
But they made Crazy Eights, and it's like really Uno, so they just like put anything on anything. It's definitely 21 questions. 50 Cent knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like, I keep hearing 20 questions. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like you're missing the last question.
You need one more, yeah.
Ended the game short.
Are you stupid?
No. Are you?
There you go.
Why'd you invite me here?
I thought it was nice that you loaned Bobby your shirt. Don't you think this is a good way to get to know someone? Are you a virgin?
That's your favorite color.
What's your favorite color?
Red. What's the color of your nipples?
I'll race you to arts and crafts.
I'm smoking her. What?
Lead has changed quite a bit, and looks like
No running in the halls.
Guys, no running, please.
Drugs.
-2 points.
Still working on it, Cool Craig?
It's not what you think.
I think the two of you were playing the question game outside. That's what I think.
She uses that on everyone.
Yikes.
Stay safe, King.
He doesn't know what to draw.
How about beavers?
Humble. We don't draw the kind of beavers you're talking about.
Oh, really?
It's actually nice. I thought it was gonna be a vagina. That's nice.
Oh my god.
Imagine what he usually draws if that's what she thought. It's like a That's a Raven thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's like the book?
It's like the cover.
I can't do it. 5 years old and I'm already a failure.
What can't you do?
I can't even trace Manhattan on tracing paper. Tracing paper? Are you kidding me?
I like how they have him playing the exact same age.
Mhm.
Well, he's the exact same person playing the 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You're 5 years old. That's no excuse. Mozart composed 3 major symphonies by the time he was 5.
Actually, Craig, it was 4.
See? His dad is toxic.
Well, looks like somebody got unblocked.
That is extraordinary.
What is it?
So pretty.
It's like a brain or something, right?
Yeah, it's a brain map.
It's a great brain.
Can I show it again? Does it look like the book?
It's a little different.
Okay.
Oh, seems there's someone neglected to turn in their Gates summer application. Who is it that doesn't want to study at Franklin Gates this summer? Or eventually get into a good college, get a good job, have a good lifestyle, get laid?
All that happened in a day, huh?
It's a tough day. A long day. Oh no.
You have any thoughts on
That
that?
just made me so sad. She's so mean. Like, you see he's in this place where like he needs help and like he's obviously going through it. We don't know what's wrong with him yet, but like to say that to him, like, wow. And then to make the little kid hear that too, like I could just imagine like that was not good for her. And she wanted to like hold on to him. That broke my heart. Is that his wife?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Bendito.
And that was his daughter. Is that my stomach?
I think so. It wasn't mine.
Why your stomach just burp? You heard that right? It's like, play that video again.
I hope that's not how he wore that shirt to that interview. Benito.
Someone doing the back run. I wonder if he wants to go get help or if he's scared.
I blew it.
It must be so hard to see someone you care about go through something like that. Like, he knew what the stakes were, and so now he sees like Bobby like potentially fumbled the bag.
Especially because he don't share much. It's hard to just like see that and like really not know what's going on.
Especially after he saw like his wife snap on him.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one day back in 8th grade. It wasn't that long ago, but time felt different back then. Like there was more of it.
You know what I always thought about? It would be so cool. Like when you watch a movie and they have like either flashbacks, like flashback scenes where, for example, let's say the main character in this situation, Craig is 16, and now they were talking about when he was 5, and now they're talking about 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it'd be cool if they had actual recordings of these people doing these scenes at these ages.
That would be cool, but that'd be hard.
That'd be expensive as hell too.
5-year-old him, like, how would he have known? You know?
That's probably takes a lot of planning and money to have like this film, for example. Because if you need a scene of him at 5 years old, that means
you gotta have him locked in for years.
Yeah.
I feel like there are movies like that though, like where they have him at like a younger age, but only like 5-year gap. I can't imagine like 10 like that.
I always found out to be cool. So that way they're not hiring like other people that don't look like that person.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, a lot of the movies you see, they look close enough. But like, wouldn't it be crazy if like actual people played every single part of their lives? Like even like, imagine if there was a movie about an adult, and they were like the production company was just saving this movie up until like he got to that age, so he can do all these parts himself.
That would be sick. But there's so much that could happen in between.
Yeah,
that'd be
really
hard.
can. I feel like it's expensive. It's hard to plan around. I feel like a movie like that has to win like an Oscar or something.
Mm-hmm. All the everything.
Park Slope.
Was that his friend before he was a douchebag?
Must be.
I remember those belts.
Then everything changed.
That's what we call a 2-man. One each. 2-man mission.
There is a saying that goes something like, Lord, grant me the strength to change the things I can, the courage to accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference.
That's facts.
That spoke to you?
I live by that.
That literal quote or no?
Not that literal quote, but like the sentiment behind that quote.
But okay, take my dad. I just saw him today, and like, he knows I'm in here because I'm stressed out. But he still brings up the Gates application. It's like, get a clue, Dad. There's something bigger going on here.
And what's that?
I don't know. But it feels big.
Sometimes you just got to think about things like how you don't want to think about things.
What does that mean?
I don't even know.
Hey, man, but let me tell you. Hold on, Boogie.
What?
Hey, homie.
Hey,
but
dropping gems.
hey, dude, but that dramatic pause.
Yes. What?
Crazy.
I almost hit you with a, yep.
I feel you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. See that lady right there? She was a radical academic up in Columbia, and then they passed the Patriot Act. You know what the Patriot Act is?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they passed the Patriot Act, and then she went bonkers. She thought Bush put plugs in all the phones.
Oh, so that's why she was like investigating the phone when Craig hung up. I thought she was just like a germaphobe.
Me too with them gloves.
He's gonna tell about everybody's life except for his. He's gonna give the background on everyone except for himself.
You know, I think my daughter is just better off without me.
No.
Look, I know that it's none of my business, and you can tell me to get lost whenever you want, but I think that she's just gonna want her dad around, and I don't think she's gonna care about...
You can get lost.
He wasn't joking either. I was expecting like a just kidding after that, but he never said it.
He didn't want to hear that.
Too soon.
Do you have any other puke stories that you'd like to share with me while we...
I have a few.
Well, please don't.
Welcome back to Musical Exploration. Who doesn't have an instrument? No worries, bro. Let's get you right up here on
Snitch.
vocals.
Oh, hell no. I'm taking an instrument from her so quick. Craig. That'd be funny if he was actually terrible when they said, alright, get out.
I feel like he's about to be good, just like he was
Yeah.
good with the drawing. He got imposter syndrome, like,
Yeah.
hard.
That's what the lady was saying. Like, oh, just like he's good at, terrible at drawing.
Getting his own.
Got the Beyonce production right now. Kind of reminds me of like Nat Wolf from Naked Brothers Band.
Yes.
I don't think I'll post this part on YouTube because of copyright.
Dang.
Also, Lost in Production. I forgot he's actually singing right now, so I wonder like what the reality is looking like right now.
Mm-hmm.
They probably just like looking at him like speechless.
He probably still killing it in real
Yeah.
life, yeah.
I feel like scenes like this show like how much he has going on in his head that he just never felt comfortable enough to really like express.
Facts. I still think it's all his dad's fault.
Probably, yeah. And outside world expectations too.
Mm-hmm. The pressure he puts
Starts
on
from
himself.
inside the house, yeah, with his dad. His dad, his best friend.
Mm-hmm. Men, that's what you said. That's what I heard.
Men ain't ish.
Facts. Ooh, and Under Pressure, that song, that was so intentional.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was thinking about that too.
Wow.
I'm sweating too.
Somebody in here calls me that. Cool Craig.
Is that somebody a girl?
No.
She all jealous.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You can't get some. Go home now.
Not really. Like, a mental hospital probably isn't the best spot to hook up.
I'm dying to see this place. Can I come visit?
Yeah, you can visit.
This is like one of her strange fetishes or something.
What, people with mental illnesses?
Yeah, like now she all up on him. I said that because like now that he's so popular in school, now she wants to visit him. Granted, she was always nice to him. I felt like.
No, she was the first one that called him.
Yeah, and she was nice about like expressing stuff about herself. But now that he's famous around school, and now she wants to visit, and she's asking about girls.
Nah, I don't think it's like that.
You don't think so?
Because she called the first day when he was acting weird before she even knew he was in. Well, I guess she had to know he was in there because the number.
I feel like it's brought to another level now that he's like now that it's out there. I feel like it brought her to another level.
I think she just cared about him. She probably like him, even though she got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
How does he get that doctor suit? That's what I want to know. Oh wow, they both got it.
Crazy, you gotta do all that just to be normal and play basketball.
Gym, yeah.
I mean, ass.
He don't get no practice.
Right.
And he about to be killing it.
Oh god damn.
Never mind.
They probably scraped me, I'll tell you that. Oh, that was nice. Is he gonna throw up? Oh, okay.
You're so triggered.
That shit's scary.
I like her, but I think I'd be too nervous to ask her out.
What are you nervous about?
Rejection?
Babe, you can't live your life in fear. You're gonna end up like Mutana. Or worse, me. That's the part where you go, hey, Bobby, your life's not that bad. You know?
So...
You miss all the shots you don't take.
Big facts.
No.
I'll be Noel. I'll be Noel.
No.
I'm Noel.
Now the table's reversed. Now he's gonna practice with him.
Hey, Craig, how's it going?
Hey, Noel. I'm well. How are you?
Oh, good. I get out of here soon. This is pretty cool. Do you like music?
Yeah, sure.
Pretty spot on.
That's not what we look like.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could go together?
Well, okay. Maybe we could go together? No, say that again. You gotta use more energy, man. You gotta go like, oh, you gotta be excited.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe we could go together.
Oh.
I like how he's into it now.
Mm-hmm.
Vampire Weekend?
No. Look, don't be one of those douchebags that takes her to a band that she doesn't care about. This is what you do, and this is very...
Gotta ask her, King.
Ask her what she likes.
Right, yeah.
Women like to be asked questions.
How'd you end up in here?
Man, you don't give up, do you?
I was about to say that.
I heard your accountant say that you tried to kill yourself.
Well, this may come as a surprise to you, Cool Craig, but she ain't my accountant.
Gee, really?
And I've tried to kill myself 6 times. See, this is the part I don't get, Craig. I mean, you're cool, you're smart, you're talented. You have a family that loves you. You know, what I would do just to be you for just a day, I would do so much. I don't know, I'd just live. Like it meant something.
What's stopping you from doing that?
That's what I was literally just thinking. Like, he needs to say that to himself, but nobody knows how to take their own advice.
So remember earlier when he walked out the room when the lady was screaming at him with the kid, and he said something we both didn't hear? All I heard was the tail end of something about blah, blah, she's crazy or whatever. I think he said in the beginning, that lady's my accountant and she thinks I'm crazy or something. So that's why he said,
that's not my accountant.
Smitty, I found these laying around somewhere.
He said he found those laying around somewhere.
You like music?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well,
Only Egypt music.
He don't like that Drake.
This, I think, is enough for one day.
He got him up, though. That's it. He's making things happen in here.
Well, make him stay longer. Hey, hold on, no.
Hey, Craig.
Just a drink?
Me and Aaron broke up.
I'm sorry.
That's why she's been so nice. Oh.
Are you?
My
I'm
boy.
screaming.
You know, I've been thinking about you like nonstop since we talked on the phone the other day.
I've been thinking about you a lot too.
She hit him with the passenger princess hand.
It's like you told me all the stuff about you, and you're really mature. Not like everyone else with their stupid little problems. I mean, you're really, really screwed up.
I'm a mess.
That's romantic.
You and Aaron broke up? Okay, so...
She bind a lip.
Now I don't like her. She doing too much. She moving too quick.
That's what I was saying. She moving too quick. And as soon as she got popular, she...
Do you want to see my room?
My boy!
No.
Not his bed.
She too much.
Wrong bed, bro. Wrong bed.
Oh, that's the one with the guy who
Me and
didn't get
Aaron
up?
never did anything like this.
In a
bad intent.
ward,
I'm telling
like,
you, she's
obviously,
like,
yeah,
it's like
she
a
got
fetish
bad.
type of
It
thing.
is like a fetish.
This was totally on my checklist.
Ew.
I told you.
Ew.
She gave me the vibes.
Is someone else in here?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
be
just
sick.
saved you. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Throw up on her.
What's wrong with you?
He's going through a hard time.
No, you. What's wrong with you?
I'm also going through a hard time.
You know what?
Girl, what's wrong with you?
Wait, Nia? I love you.
Wow.
No, I mean...
She just came to fuck stuff up.
Bro was thinking with the wrong head. And just like that.
Lost both of them.
Lost both of them. Be safe out here, Kings. Temptation is crazy.
I got in.
Oh, this is the other guy's last day, right?
Supposed to be his too.
Oh.
She said, the doctor said, stay till Thursday.
He not busy being born. He's busy dying.
She's like, Bobby be in his bag. Whenever it's, like he's not going through something, he be.
Mm-hmm. That's him too, though. He's real wise when he like not in a little funk.
That'd be funny. She was like, "This is ass." Just ignored him. Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, with the britches, that's cool.
If you were, I forgot her name now. If you were that girl that did the show, Noelle, and you were walking to Craig's room and you saw Neo run out of his room and he tells her he loves her, is that doing enough for you?
I don't don't know. Like, I would have only known him for like 3 days at that point.
Yeah.
So like him saying he loves another girl is like, okay, maybe they got something. Like, I don't know.
So are you gonna meet him? Like, follow his instructions on that post-it note on the drawing, or no?
I feel like I would, but I'm silly. I'd be giving people too many second chances.
Copy.
I used to think art was just bourgeois decadence, but
It's really wonderful, Craig.
thanks.
It must be rewarding to be someone like her and seeing like the progression of people like Craig.
But it's stressful, like,
Oh, 100%.
to get there and to hear their lives and all that.
It's Bobby's last night too, so I was wondering if we could have a pizza party.
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I need that shirt.
Look, I do think you're hot. And I do want to say the right thing, but that's only because I really like you. I like how you don't hide your problems like everyone else. And I feel like I don't have to hide mine when I'm around you. You know, I've been thinking about it a lot recently, and I've realized that if you're not busy being born, you're busy dying. And I for one think...
She's like, Bobby gave me that same advice.
Gee, thanks for the wisdom, Bob.
What, he told you that too?
Ah.
Who?
He told
Bobby.
him. She told him that.
Yeah, me and about 1 billion other people.
Uh-oh.
Bob Dylan?
Mm.
It's the song you just quoted.
What? No.
Damn, so Bobby thought he was low. This happens when you copyright or plagiarize.
I want to play doctor with you.
Doctor.
They didn't even look old enough to be.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that's not locked is pretty,
The fact that they even got that far is just
yeah.
like blows my mind.
This is awesome.
Whenever I watch movies, I like to see the background of places and try to find those places in real life.
Thanks.
I think in the book she's supposed to have a lot more scratches, but I could be wrong.
They probably try to make her more pretty for the
Mhm.
for the movie. He about to use the Bobby trick on her. Ah.
I like Radiohead a lot, the Pixies, T-Rex. What else?
You too.
Have you seen them live?
I saw Radiohead and the Pixies ones.
Cool. So,
You know, Vampire Weekend's doing a show at the end of the month. Would you want to go?
Yes, I would. With you, right?
No, with Solomon. Yeah, with me.
See, she's classy. She went for the cheek.
Happy, so I'm just gonna give you the highlights. Here, Noelle suggests I screw the Gates summer application if it makes me so unhappy. This is me liking that idea. This is after I tell Noelle how beautiful I think she is.
Oh.
My boy. Imagine if it just ended like right here. I'd be
I
sick.
hope not. I thought it was about to real quick.
Hey, found it. I so appreciate it.
They were united.
Look, man, I'm sorry I was a bitch to you.
I'm sorry, I tried to make out with your girlfriend.
You know, I might hide it pretty well, but I mean, I get that depression stuff too, sometimes.
Yeah?
Don't kill yourself, okay?
I will.
Seriously.
Thanks. I'll call you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he will.
I want to talk about this at the end, so make sure I don't forget. But I'm curious on how you think his experience would have changed if the teenage side of the floor wasn't going through renovations.
Excuse me.
Look.
Yes. Oh, because he put Egyptian music. He's so kind. I love this kid.
He went out of his way to reach out to his crappy best
Yeah.
friend for him.
Wow. He is such a king. Yes.
He pulled up for the beat drop.
Wow.
And he's gonna run back to his room when the song switches.
Nah, he gonna be lit by that point. Yes.
Is that allowed?
He's scaring me right now.
I know I was gonna say that too.
He's scaring me.
So I was like, I wonder if he lied about the.
I don't know, but even when he said "see you tomorrow" at breakfast, I didn't like his face.
So
I'm
long, man.
scared.
You should probably stay longer. You might lose it on the outside.
Okay, I know you're thinking, what is this? Kid spends a few days in the hospital and all his problems are cured? But I'm not. I know I'm not. I can tell this is just the beginning. I still need to face my homework, my school, my friends, my dad. But the difference between today and last Saturday is that for the first time in a while, I can look forward to the things I want to do in my life.
How you feeling?
I feel like,
$1 million.
Like I can handle it. Make out with Noelle. Make out with her more. Take her on a picnic. See a movie with her. See a movie with Aaron. Heck, see a movie with Nia.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
She was on the other side. A side.
Tell people my story.
I don't know if you noticed, but when he was going through that sequence, when he said like write a book or whatever, it's kind of a funny story.
Breathe.
That was good.
A novel by Ned. What'd you think?
It was good. I liked it. Was it? Do you feel like it was similar to the book? Do you remember?
Yeah, there were parts that I was acting like I didn't remember, just for like the sake of like, not leading you on. There's some parts that I did that, but in particular, I thought I was doing that with the Bobby thing, and I could have sworn somewhere in the movie, maybe I got the bootleg movie. I could have sworn the reason why he was acting like that was because he didn't want to leave, like he felt like scared to go out, and maybe that was the part of the book I remember. But I could have sworn that was in the movie, and like he like got readmitted or something, and so that didn't pop. That's why I was checking to see if there was any end scenes at the end. But
I feel like you could kind of sense he was scared to go out because like they both had the same last day, but Craig was like more excited about his last day because he had this like perspective switch where like now he's excited to live, but I feel like Bobby probably didn't get there yet, so like he's not excited to go back out because he still has to deal with all of those stressful things that probably put him there in the first place.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of like I think it's Shawshank Redemption. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I heard of it.
But basically, it's a really good movie. Basically, I feel like Bobby's been in there for so long that he doesn't know what the outside is like, and so that's why he's like more scared than Craig is, because Craig has only been there for like 5 days. So like, now that he has a reality switch and the unlocked new perception of himself and what he wants out of the world, it's easier for him to integrate back into it because he's been away for like 5 days, whereas Bobby's probably been away for so long.
Yeah,
and now that he's free,
harder.
he's like, oh, what do I do now? So
yeah, and he also has like, it seems like a lot more up in the air, like outside. Like Craig, when he goes back, he knows he's gonna go back to school, he knows he's gonna go back to his family, he knows he has even a home to go back to. But Bobby, like, he was talking about he's homeless if he doesn't get this, and like he can't see his kid, he can't see, like, he still has like a lot of stuff that he doesn't have that he wants. But Craig, I feel like, is letting go of those things that he wanted and just like happy to live.
how do you think this movie would have been different if the teenage section wasn't going under renovations and instead Craig had to go to the teenage side instead of the adult side?
I feel like Craig would have still had that same growth that he had, because I feel like he just like from the beginning, I just felt like he had it in him, like, because as soon as he was in there, he was just trying to help other people, and I feel like that honestly is what uplifts like our own moods, like when we are able to help others and see that in others, like it helps us. I don't know. But I think that him being in the adult one more than anything was helpful for the adults because he got his roommate out of his room for who knows how long he'd been in there just laying down. He got Bobby to like open up more and share some of his stuff with him. And just like, I don't know, I feel like it was better for the adults than it was for him. I feel like he would have been good regardless.
Yeah, I feel like he would have made an impact anywhere he went. I feel like the benefit of him being with the adults though is that he saw people older than him going through something, so that way like it kind of changed his perception as well of like what to look forward to in the future and like what to expect out of the world because of the age gap. Like, I think that age gap definitely helped him, whereas I feel like if he was with people his own age, he definitely would have made an impact. He probably still would have had the same outcome, but I feel like those people would have probably had more similar struggles than him, so he wouldn't be able to feel like they're no big deal.
I think the opposite.
Really?
I think that him like relating to the struggles that other people his age are having would show him like it's not just me. Because he was really stressed about, in the beginning he said it, he was like, oh, everybody else has it figured out, but I don't, like I can't do anything right. But him being in this space like showed him with the drawing like, oh, I can do that well. With the singing, oh, I can do that well. And it was Noelle who pushed him with the drawing, pushed him with the singing. So that was another teen. So like if he was in the teen ward, he still would have been with her. He still would have been with people who uplifted him. And I feel like it was helpful to him when what's her name, Nia?
Yeah, Nia.
When Nia said that she like had her mental issues, and then his friend at the end being like, I be depressed sometimes too. Like I feel like people his age showing them like, no, I know I look like I got all these extracurriculars, I know I look like I'm good, but like I be going through it too. I feel like that honestly was the best part for him. Like if he could have just talked to his friends from the jump and they would have been real with him, like he could have avoided all the mess.
Yeah, that's a great point. Jessica in her bag right now. Hold on.
Facts.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. I think that's a great way to put it. Like for me, I was more so thinking of like how when Bobby, like these older adults were just saying like his problems that he's going through are not the end of the world. But I think that the way you put it definitely makes a lot of sense.
They definitely have more wisdom and life experience, but I think that like adults being able to like learn from like young people and like remember that like kid in them, like I really feel like he was just more helpful to the adults than the adults were to him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm glad we got to watch this movie. I haven't seen it in so long, and going back to what I probably said in the intro, the reason why I chose this movie was because I read the book, and the book was just so good. So I feel like I'm glad that I was able to watch this again, and especially bring someone on who hasn't seen this movie before, especially with your, what is it, like your
psychology degree.
Your psychology degree, and like your experience with UConn and like having all those classes under your belt. I feel like just watching with someone who has that insight that I didn't have, and unlock different parts of this movie for me that I didn't quite think about. So
it was interesting for me too, because now like I work with teenagers, and with my psychology degree, it just like does put a different perspective on it, because I'm with these kids who all day like they're dealing with all these things that are so big to them and they're so stressed about, and I'm like, that was me like 5-6 years ago, so like I feel y'all, but you'll be fine. And I feel like that's really like what I saw in Craig too.
Yeah, and I feel like what you kept saying too during this whole thing is like all this is normal. Like
that's what I'm saying. Everybody's like always going through it, but like we just feel like we're the only ones going through it, because like if you don't talk about it, that's what you're gonna think. But like I said before, I feel like Craig just needed to talk about it, have a friend who was gonna listen, and he got it in there, and then he was good to go.
Yeah. So some thoughts that this movie spurs and some things I think about after watching it is like how many people currently go through this, and like how many people would be positively impacted by watching this movie or reading this book. And I guess that could also be a reason why I chose this book, which is not actually why I chose it, but it could be one, now that I'm thinking about it, of like just spreading awareness about this book. Because even though like I didn't mention it before, every movie that I do choose, I choose with the purpose of spreading awareness of this movie. And so this one happens to be also educational and deep. And so yeah, I'm personally curious about like how many people currently go through this, how many people have relationships in their lives, whether that's like a father, mother, best friend, who at times could be really toxic to their mental health and not really be there for them. So
I think that's everybody. Yeah.
But
I really liked the movie, and it made me really interested about the book, and I'm happy that your school made you read it, because like having that knowledge before going into high school kind of does get you into that perspective of like everybody goes through it. I'm not gonna be the only one, and like you'll get through it.
Yeah. So the feelings that I feel like this movie creates for me, I feel like it's a little sad at times, but then it's like a feel-good story at the end, where like I feel like in Hollywood sometimes you don't really get that ending you want. You get that maybe that real ending, but I feel like in this case it was also a feel-good but also a real ending too, where we got to see someone progress and get better, or hopefully get better, hopefully he doesn't go back. And so for me it was kind of like a sad movie, kind of disgusted at times when he was throwing up, like, and it was actually showing it, like usually it was censored or something, but it made me feel good, like to see his like growth. Like every time I was watching the movie, every scene, every frame, I was monitoring his growth. Like, okay, one part he would be contradicting himself, or like be admitting like, hey, I need help, and the next scene he's just like, okay, when can I leave though? And so like the feeling for me was more so like it was a feel good story of just seeing him constantly progress with each day.
Yeah, I think for me it was like the sadness came from just like recognizing him in just like a lot of like teens his age. Like it is like something that a lot of people go through and just like feel alone in. But I was like, I feel like proud of him throughout all of it because of how much he was just like trying to grow and helping everybody else, and like you could just tell he cares about people, which is good.
Yeah. So when it comes to time to think what moments, ideas, or characters resonated with me, I think the overall premise of how he was a forward thinker and the whole time he was focused on his future and what stepping away from school or his current obligations and responsibilities, how that would impact his life, like the domino effect. I feel like that really resonated with me because that's the type of person I am. Where like ever since I didn't have a summer vacation until last year, since the summer of 8th grade. Like every summer since freshman year of high school, I had some type of college ready program that I was doing or something to propel me to the next level because I have a lot of goals, I have a lot of dreams, and I've always wanted to make it happen. And even with like when I tell some of my friends with high school or college, I felt like I was like beyond my years and like wisdom or like maturity, and so there was things that I wanted to do that I didn't because I knew they weren't the best things to do, like at the high school and college level. And even at college, like I would want to go out, I would want to party, but I would also know I have an exam coming up and I'm not ready for that exam right now, so let me not go to this, let me not hang out with people, and so some of my relationships and I feel like some of my experiences were definitely missed because of this. And so the idea of him being really stressed out about school and his future, that whole thing resonated with me.
Was that stressful for you? Did you feel like you put a lot of pressure on yourself?
I do, but I'm also the type to I feel like thrives under pressure for the most part. Like I would say I only really had like crippling anxiety, because I also get like anxiety when it comes to like exams and stuff. Like I always have to like really lock in, and for me it was more like a positive anxiety where it's not a good feeling, but I get so scared to fail that it propels me to excel because I have to lock in. And so those are only like 2 times where really I feel like negatively impacted me. Like one of them was one of my final exams at UConn, where like I literally forgot everything of everything the whole semester. Like it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was studying and like I didn't remember anything. And so like I emailed my professor at like 2 a.m. and I was just like, yo, like I don't know what to do. Like I can't sleep. I can't remember anything.
Too stressed.
And so I went to her first thing in the morning in office hours too. And I told her, I said, hey, I'm not ready for this exam. And she was like, oh, you kind of got to take it and stuff like that. And she was like, I think you might have said something about like giving me some type of opportunity to like, or just like remember that I was struggling. But like, I think that was the one of 2 times where like it actually like kind of backfired. Where like
you was doing too much.
Yeah, like I was doing too much. Other than that, like obviously like I just finished saying that I missed out on a lot of experiences with people and just things in life. But it got me to where I am today in the sense of like it was worth it in a sense. But those 2 times in particular, like I definitely was like, wow, this is not good.
Yeah, you was putting too much pressure on yourself. And even at the end of the day with those 2 situations, like everything ended up probably fine. Yeah. So I feel like that's the bigger lesson to take from that.
Yeah. What about you? What moments, characters, or ideas resonated with you, if anything at all? It's okay, maybe nothing really resonated with you.
I don't know. I just think that they did a really good job, like with all of the characters and like their nonverbal things as well, and just like adding all of their elements to their personality. Because I feel like even from the first time I saw the dad, like he didn't even have to say much and I already knew his vibe. Like I already knew the type of dad he was. I already knew the type of effect that he was going to have on this kid's life. And I feel like they just did a good job of like making the characters say more than just like what they were saying with their words and like with their actions and stuff like that. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and also because you connect dots with parts of the movies with like what you learned at UConn too. So you can say like some of the material you saw in this kind of resonated with you based on your degree and like some of the courses you took. Like what was it, the 40 slip? 40 and slip.
And I noticed that imposter syndrome he had right away, all of that. Yeah. And I also realized like really early, I feel like that like yes, like he was having those feelings of wanting to kill himself, but I could tell like it wasn't really like that like deep. Like it was more of like he just needed someone to talk to. He just needed to like be heard. He needed to have someone tell him like you're good, like everyone goes through this. He just needs to have that perspective switch versus like someone who like sees no future versus someone who like feels like they have literally nothing and like starts not eating and starts not sleeping and not switching up everything in their lives. Like that's someone I feel like you really got to keep like your eyes on. But with him from the beginning I could kind of tell like he needs some attention and to like have his perspective switch, and he was going to be good, which he was.
I don't know the word for it, but like I could see like to your point where like he had some stuff going on, but he was also intelligent enough and like self-aware enough that he knew, even though it might not be to the extent of going all in on like his suicide, it was to the extent where he knew that wasn't the right thing to do. Yeah. Like it was enough to like, okay, this is how I feel. I don't want to feel this way. Let me go to this this hospital.
Yeah, and it's honestly it's good that he went to get help.
Yeah.
Versus like he was always just bottling it in, and I feel like he knew that. And I think it's really good that he connected with Bobby, because like Bobby said, like he reminded him of like a younger him, and they both had like suicidal issues. So I feel like their connection really was special because they were able to like help each other understand like how someone who feels like that feels, and that there's like another side to it, even though Bobby's still kind of in it, which is sad. Like I really feel for Bobby. I think that if I had to choose like a character that maybe not resonated with me, but I just like I feel for Bobby.
And to think that all this almost didn't happen from that initial interaction with the doctor is crazy.
That he almost didn't get admitted yet.
Like remember that. Like I don't know if I might be able to show that part on YouTube, but basically he went to the hospital and he told the doctor he needs help, and the doctor was like, "Oh, you seem like you need help, but you don't need as much help enough to stay here compared to other patients. So we're gonna let you go and receive help whenever you just walk in." He was like, "No, I need to stay," and so he like advocated for himself. So imagine if like he didn't advocate for himself, or imagine if the doctor still didn't let him stay. Like all this progression within a few days really wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, that's so true. I think this movie too made me like remember how much I don't like the medical system because of stuff like that. Like doctors just they like I said, they're just worried about their money. They're worried about getting as many patients as they can to like their own prestige. Like a lot of them don't care about their patients, because if someone came to you and said that their life is in danger because of their own selves, like you would make sure they're not going to lose their life.
Yeah, kind of like that. I don't remember her name. Viola Davis.
My girl. Like, I don't know her name in this yet.
Yeah, I forgot her name. Like she saw that he didn't want to be there, but she steered the course of like, okay, I can see he doesn't want to be here, but we're gonna steer the course. We're gonna make sure you stay here. And by the end, she was rewarded with seeing his progression.
Yeah,
so.
And I feel like that's because she has that psych background, so she understands like people just like need like support, versus the other doctor is probably just like he's an ER doctor, so he sees people like burns and bleeding and gunshots and craziness. So he's like, oh no, you're good, like you'll get over it, because he probably also, like I said, everybody has their days, everybody goes through it, so he's probably like, no, you'll be fine.
So what would you say is your favorite moment of this film?
I feel like both of my favorite moments are when he was in the art room and then he was like, oh no, I don't draw, and then he drew and it was beautiful and everybody was so impressed. And then the music thing, he wasn't even gonna try to have an instrument, like he wasn't gonna engage in the activity everybody was doing, but then he did it and everybody was impressed and he did it like extra well. So I feel like both of those moments where he felt like he couldn't do something that the group was doing as well as everybody else, but then he pushed himself to do it and did it probably better than everybody else, were my favorite moments, because I feel like that's very true for like a lot of people. Like imposter syndrome does not play. It does not play. Yeah,
those moments were good too, because like sometimes you're aware of like how you want to be perceived and how you could be perceived, so you try to shy away from stuff like that. But those particular moments, he just gave into it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do me, and art was created. I'll say for me, my favorite moments were, well, really supposed to be favorite moment, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit and say favorite moments were like when he was just connecting with Bobby, like when they were playing basketball and Bobby was pretending to be Noelle, so or like when he offered Bobby some advice on like the interview, and Bobby like flipped it around and gave him advice on Noelle. I feel like those two moments were my favorite moment, because you could see like they were there to get help, but they went above and beyond. They were trying to connect with one another, so I appreciated that.
And they ended up helping each other more than the doctors were helping them. So I like that. Their connection was my favorite connection.
I know this is a movie, but that's actually a great point. Like you didn't really see any doctors do anything besides giving them medication, and then Viola Davis
that's what I'm saying.
Check-ins. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Is that real?
Yes, doctors don't do anything. They
really?
Just give you medicine to pump you and make you feel fine, and then you're back in the real world. You don't know how to handle yourself without that medicine. And
interesting. Yeah,
Craig, I could see Craig in the future becoming like in the psychology world, being a therapist, being whatever, because he already had it down. Like people don't need to be pumped with drugs. They just need an ear. They just need to talk. They just need someone to ask the right questions and like tell them the right things.
That segues into the next question about being the least favorite moment, and I'm gonna interject on this one first and let you give you time to think about your least favorite moment, because unfortunately my least favorite moment is not really within the movie. I guess I could give two least favorite moments. One outside of the movie is more so the background of this book. If I'm not mistaken, the author wrote this as like a autobiography kind of thing about his own life.
That's interesting. Can I borrow this book?
Yeah. Okay. And then at the very end, like years after the fact, it wasn't enough, and so he did still commit suicide. So I would say that's probably my least favorite moment, because like you kind of put the author into Craig as like you would, since that's his book, and you just imagine off screen you see, well, on screen you see Craig feeling like he's fine, steps away, off screen he's only fine for so long. And
yeah, because like you said, he still had to go back and deal with all those things he had to deal with, but like when you don't stay connected to that help you were having, then it becomes hard.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a morbid fact about the book. And
that's so sad. So this Ned guy, he killed himself?
Yeah.
Bendito?
Yeah.
That is so sad.
So what was your least favorite moment?
My least favorite moment was when, what's her name, Noelle?
Nia?
Nia, yes, was when Nia showed up. I hated that. That was just gross. That was just like bad intentions, bad vibes.
Yeah.
No me gusta.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I'd say I disliked more her on the phone when she was asking if she could visit him and stuff like that more than I did her actually being there. Up until she said, like, she admitted that was like a fetish of hers.
That this was on my list.
From that, like, in between, I was like, okay with it. Like, okay, my boy. Like, I was like supporting him.
No.
But then, like, before and after, it's like she's showing her true colors, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't vibe with
on
that.
the phone it felt real.
Yeah.
On the phone it felt real, and that also makes me feel bad because like it probably felt real for him too. So when she came and like he was finally about to get what he wanted all this time, he was probably like, ooh, I'm ready, but then it was gonna be a bad moment because she did not have good intentions at heart, and she just wow.
It's funny too because we switched feelings about the scenes, like opposites. Like I was disgusted, you were okay with it. Then you were disgusted, and I was okay with it. And then we both ended up being disgusted at the end. But it's interesting too. I don't want to talk too long, but they never really showed him getting the picture of her not having good intentions. If you really think about it, like
well,
he just moved on.
When after he said I love you, and then when Noelle called him. They needed different letters.
Yeah.
And then when Noelle called him out on it, he was like, no, I don't. Like, he knew he didn't really like her. He just, like I said, he was excited because someone who he wanted for so long finally was showing interest in him. So he was like, oh, I've been wanting this, so, like, let me do it. But he ain't want that. He knew he ain't want that. And as soon as she left, he knew she had bad intentions.
Yeah.
He a smart kid.
So would you say this movie impacts your life? If so, how?
I feel like it is now, like, a new good, like, little resource I have and, like, a good thing I can tell other people about. Like, especially, like I said, I work with teenagers, so... And I told you I had one kid who came to me with some issues earlier, so I feel like I could maybe be like, oh, like this book or oh, this movie, and I don't know. I think it's a good depiction of just like mental health issues to share with people.
I like how you say that because like for me, like when I was thinking of answering this question, I was more so thinking about how I can make sure me myself am like just being cognizant of everyone. I didn't even think to the extent of offering as a resource to people.
Yeah, because like, people are gonna pick up different things from it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to use anything I feel like I got from it and then like push it on other people, but more so just like give it to themselves and like they can get it out of it. Because I feel like that's more powerful than someone telling you something.
Yeah, like that's why I made the video to like spread awareness of this movie. And also like when I was in high school, I gave this book to one of my best friends because I felt like she could benefit from it, like I did. So like I was aware of that, but like reading the question, the first thing I thought of was how can I be there for people that need me. So I like how that was like one of the first things you thought of was how to help people too. So
yeah, for sure, because really like the whole movie is kind of just like all of these people like need help.
Yep.
And
all helping
sometimes
each other.
it is just like you don't need much, but to know that somebody cares about you. So like if me telling somebody like, oh, I see you're going through it, like maybe like I don't know, here's a resource that can help you through it. Like even if they don't use the resource or they don't watch the movie, they don't read the book, like whatever, like they just at least know somebody like noticed that they were off and cared enough to try to like get them connected with something that could make them feel better.
Yeah. And I'll say the last thing for me, and you can, if you have more, you can speak on that. But the last thing for me about impacting my life was more so just keeping me in check with like trying not to be so focused on the future. Like that's something I'm gonna struggle with probably the rest of my life. But try to be aware of like focus on the now and like what's best for me, and not too much on the future whenever possible.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy the little things, and I feel like that's what he also realized. Craig also realized by the end of this.
Yeah, like even like just expressing yourself, like I love movies. I love watching movies and talking to movies. Like I know me and you watch a lot of movies, but just recently I was decided to finally say, you know, I'm gonna try to challenge myself to be on YouTube and make it a thing too. So
yeah, it's all about challenging yourself. Just like him, when he was uncomfortable, he was like, I can't do this. I'm not supposed to do this, and then he did it. You just gotta challenge yourself, and that's the only way you grow in life. That's the only way you do the things that you want to do.
Exactly, pressure makes diamonds.
Facts.
So what would you say your biggest takeaway is?
For me, I would probably say just as the movie kind of described, like everybody kind of just is going through it at different times, and it looks different for everybody. Like he was in a mental ward with a bunch of people who he thought like were very different from him and who were like a lot crazier than him, but then as he spent more time there, like he became close with them and like was trying to help them. So everybody be going through it, looks different for everybody, and everybody just needs somebody to look out for them. Yeah,
I completely agree. Outside of that, I'd also just say like it's really helpful if you take an introspective view of your life, and like you can only help people that want to be helped. So kind of just starts off with you first, and not all times is that going to be prevalent. Like there's gonna be some times where someone just helps you before you know you need help, but ideally if you can introspect your own life first and ask for help, it'd probably be a little easier for everyone.
Do you think Bobby wants to be helped?
Oh, you're going off script now. Okay. Let me see. I do, I think he just takes a little while to get there. And I'd say I think he does want to be helped because of the advice he gives to other people. I feel like you can't be that good at understanding things and viewing things if you didn't want it deep down yourself. And so I feel like for him, he's just more like self-critical of himself, and so it's a little harder for him to really take his own advice, as you would say.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. Like, I want to think that he wants to be helped. I think he wants to be helped because he wants to have a better relationship with his daughter. But he did also, like, speak some, like, language or, like, wording of, like, oh, like, I, like, can't. Or, like, I'm not good enough anymore. Like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, there was one scene where he was talking with him, and he was kind of like, oh, it's, like, over for me type of thing. So that kind of makes me think that he sees himself as, like...
Yeah. I definitely think he does see himself that way. I just think he needs more time to really get the help. Because I think at the end of the day, he seems like he needs to feel comfortable. And so I feel like him leaving is going to put him in a situation where he's uncomfortable.
Yeah, he just needs to open up more. Because from the jump, he was very closed off. And, like, he was the one who said, you don't heal if you don't open or something like that. So, like, he needs to open up and let people in if he wants to heal. And he's not opening up. So that's kind of where I'm on the side of, like, he doesn't want help. But I think that he knows that he needs help to connect again with his daughter, which I know that he cares about.
That's a great point. So would you watch this movie again?
Absolutely, 100%. And I would watch it with other people, and I would have these same exact questions afterwards, a little talk time. I think it was a really good movie. I would have a book club on it. I liked it.
Sliding that book to everyone. Buying this book for everyone for Christmas.
I have a book table at my job. I'm about to buy this book so I can have it there.
Yeah, I definitely would watch this movie again. I think I actually even want to read the book again too.
I want to read the book.
I definitely would watch this movie again. I feel like the core principles and outside of the movie actually being enjoyable, I feel like the core principles in this movie never get old.
Yeah.
Like I feel like this stuff is just gonna what is it called when you're like
it's
timeless?
It's timeless because like I said, like people deal with this stuff all the time. Like it's literally like our emotions are just all over the place, and if we don't know how to like properly, I don't know, ground ourselves and open up and all of that, like you're just gonna feel crazy all the time.
Young adult books are the best, and I'm glad they made this book into a movie. So now we're gonna jump into the rain rating, which is my favorite part of this whole entire review, where we rate movies on a scale of 1 through 11. Really, it's like a scale of 1 through 10. Keep that in mind. But the 11 is really for the above and beyond movies that, at least for me, are top tier, can't be replaced. Like you must watch these movies, all time favorites. So, with that being said, when it comes to It's Kind of a Funny Story, 2010, my rain rating would probably be a 9.
I was gonna say a 9 too, or like an 8.5 because I was trying to be like a little like, I don't know, hard on it, but it is a really good movie. And when you described it as like, oh, would watch again and like all that, like I would say all of that for this movie. So I guess a 9 is a good rating.
It's funny because when you say that, because I was initially gonna say 8 up until when I actually said it. Like the whole entire time I'm explaining what a rain rating is, I was gonna say 8, and then as I'm about to say it, I'm like, let me just say 9, because for me, I feel like the movie itself wasn't the best, like the actual quality of it wasn't the best. But I feel like I think it was really good too. Hence it being like 8 or 9. But I felt like in particular, the message was extremely powerful. So I feel like the message itself propelled the movie higher than what like the actual like, I don't know, like the visuals did for me.
I feel like it was portrayed well too. Like they picked a good main actor because he did Atypical really well too, with like depicting mental illness and how that looks just like very realistically, not like really overdoing it. So I felt like that was a good choice they made too. Do you know if this movie won like any awards or anything like that?
I do not, but
I hope they did.
Yeah, we could definitely look that up, and then if they do, maybe I'll post a screenshot on the screen or something and show. But like the whole point I'm trying to make it too is just like there was no really like action or crazy CGI or anything like that. It was like a regular movie showing someone's life. It was very simple, exactly. And so that's why I'm thinking like, okay, it's in the 8 territory, but then you see like the message and the underlying focus of what this movie's trying to educate people on or show people, and it's like, okay, now it's gonna be like 8.5 or 9. And so for me, I think I'm gonna land on a 9.
Yeah, 9. And for me, like I don't like to rewatch movies, but this movie I would rewatch, and like I want to read the book now, so I feel like it was a good movie because it just got me like excited about like it.
I'm glad I got to put you on. I'm glad you wanted to watch it.
Me too, and I liked it more than I thought I would. So I'm glad that like it was a really good movie and we decided on this one. It related a lot more to like things I know about than I thought it would. Yeah, and that's cool.
I feel like we also like disagreed on some things. Like we like at least perceived things differently, and to see that we both came to more or less the same conclusion on giving it a 9 was pretty interesting too.
That's true.
I think it was definitely a great watch. Well, there you have it. There goes our video watching, reacting, and reviewing the 2010 film. It's Kind of a Funny Story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed watching this, if you have any feedback, please let me know by liking, commenting, subscribing, and turning on post notifications. Thank you again, Jessica, for honoring us with your presence. I'm glad you liked the movie. And something that I really would like to start seeing is you guys see how we answered the questions. We got into a discussion. We even went off script at sometimes, asking the hard questions and stuff. So I'd really appreciate if you guys down below maybe answer the questions yourself. Maybe not all 11 or even the surprising 12 questions you asked, but definitely down below, answer as many questions as you want, and let's try to engage in some dialogue. I would love for this to be an interactive channel. With that being said, if you guys want to see any particular movies, let me know down below, and I'll try to prioritize them. And again, if you want to see my full-length reaction, feel free to check out my Patreon, link down below. I'll also link down below my social medias, and that way you can stay up to date with anything that I am planning on doing or anything I am currently doing. And then I can also plug yours if you'd like to. But yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.
Bye.